Okay. Just let me know if you can see my screen. Anyone? No?
Yeah, we can see it, thanks.
Okay. Right, let me just play. Okay, there you go. Hello, so thanks for asking me. Really nice to be here with you all. My name's Maddi Nicholson. I'm the artist, founder, director of ArtGene. And we're artists, but we work with communities. We're based in Barrow, and we look at the social, natural and built environment. So very much around mobilising and empowering people and working with communities to make change. This is a lovely piece of work here by an artist called Joe Ray, which says, "Some days all this is yours," which I think is a fantastic sentiment. And it was part of the engagement work we did for Peel Island. At Peel, we worked on making the Islands of Barrow People's Museum, and as part of that, these beer maps. So really, why I put this in is it's about, one of the things that arts can do is present complex ideas in very simple ways, bite-sized pieces of information being given over in very familiar formats, so a beer mat or some other thing that you'd see in everyday life. So often that's a thing artists can do, is think around those things in that way. So other things that we've been doing over the last couple of years is a project called Extreme Views, which is around linking our communities and our landscapes together. And as part of that, we did a huge think tank, bringing in people from all over the country and all around the world. It was pre-COVID. And as well as 20 Barrow people, a bit like yourselves. And we had a think tank, a long-running conversation that we've been having with people and this place and the environment around climate change for a great many years. And that led to a whole set of work around landscape and the extreme views of landscape, where we set up a great big dinner table in front of an extreme view in and around Barrow and the coast, with food that was shared and a whole set of after dinner speakers that commented on things that were going on. And also it gave us the impetus to work on a new project with Barrow Council, which I'll tell you a bit about later. The other project that we run is Allotment Soup, which is the Walney Island community growing space, and we work with a lot of partners there around species restoration at University of Cumbria and Natural England. But interestingly, signs have become a big thing for us, basically saying it as it is. And this is just a lovely one of a little lass. But on the community grown space, we work a lot with text. So for instance, these are moths traps for an event that we do in the summer, but it's a great way of getting over information in an easy way. And it says, interested in landscape, heritage, future, communities, more people, species and habitats, risk and ideas. So that's another one of the ones I like. And here, very recently, just in November, we did a big event called Food, Futures and Biodiversity, which was in the 2-week lead up to COP26, where we had and brought artists in to look at and comment and produce an event which was around food, futures and biodiversity. We had a climate panel, we had artworks, loads of different events around plant-based food and growing, and really just allowing people to engage with the process. It was the first entrance into things for a lot of people. And as part of that, I produced some signs here. And one of them is "No More Hot Air," which I think is where I'm at the moment. No more hot air, we need some action. Only radical solutions are left. So art as provocation is sometimes how you can work with artists or arts companies to get people to think about things in a different way. But also we're working with this No More Hot Air as part of our low carbon Barrow work with Barrow Council. And we currently have a grants manager who can, if you want to get in contact with us, can give out grants to small businesses. And she'll take you through a whole process with a grants application form and support you to get applications in. So please do contact us for that if you're interested. Other artists do things in very different ways, and this is an artist, Katie Anderson, who's been working with us, producing fantastic Barrow tarot cards to engage communities, engage people. She talks you through a process and elicits questions and thoughts and ways of working. But also she has a set of signs which she's created for us as well. And small hopeful actions really is a one I love. So I just had to put that one in there. And then over the pandemic, we worked with the community and did a 8 Words for Barrow, which was a big competition around the town. And these are some of the winning entries, which we created as a sort of an installation outside our building. These range from people aged 7 right up to somebody who's 97, telling us what they thought. And they were all selected and won prizes. And there's something very lovely about proclaiming what you feel. And I think it's a great way to try and think of something very simple, a great way to get over your idea. But beyond words and action, let's have some action. So these are off-grid touring pods that we created at Roker in Sunderland on the seafront. They have on the top solar panels on the paddles and a small wind turbine. They generate their own power into a battery pack in the bottom, and they are spaces for community use. One's a cafe, one's a performance space, and they come together like this to form a stage as performance. And then the third one is an education space. So I'm really keen that we all learn and embrace from new technologies and learn from old ones. Sorry, messed that up. But one of the things I'm keen that we can create a culture of invention and imagination which positively embraces risk as an opportunity for change. This is one of the pods on the beach, one of the education pods, goes behind the beach cleaning tractor. But lastly, what I would say always is understand the power of humour in whatever you want to do and what you want to convey. It's a great way of getting over complex ideas and serious concerns, because ultimately what we're dealing with here is incredibly serious. And this is an inflated Barrow terraced house that I created and took on a tour around the county. And it was a fantastic way to get people interested. So ultimately, that's the key thing. If we're going to have change, the only way we can do it is to get people behind us and get them interested. So thank you very much. And please do contact us at Archie. And we're really open to how we can work with communities to develop the best way forward for climate activism, really.